This is the Bitcoin Globe Day 1320. Going to share with you my positive opinion on what is going on with Bitcoin as we count the days down. Each of these videos is one day closer to the next Bitcoin halving. Today's day 1320. Yeah, I think that's right. 1320. Actually checking the clock. 1320 it is. So we are one day closer to the next Bitcoin halving where the supplies of Bitcoin that are generated from mining are going to be reduced, so there will be less Bitcoin that is being released by miners. So that's what we're counting down here. Right now, the big news for me, and you can definitely look at it, everything I've seen is tends to be sort of negative towards this idea of the IRS wanting the records of everybody that's using Coinbase. Something to that effect, right? The IRS is requesting personal information for tax reasons, whatnot. And I feel like the Bitcoin price is going to go up so much that the governments are going to have to tax it. Like if it goes up to $1 million, they're going to want to get their share of it because they're not smart like China, where China is setting up all these mining facilities, and India is probably doing the same thing, all these huge mining facilities. So their government and their country will have the most amount of Bitcoins, more than likely. They're going to win the Bitcoin game. China is probably going to win the Bitcoin game. They have the most miners. America is not competitive. We could have been. We could have been really competitive. Maybe we still could if we use like Tesla technology to power Bitcoin miners. Then we can maybe get a head start or catch back up to China. But it's not looking like we're going to move in that direction. If we did, that would be great. I know we have a lot of state power plants that have basically extra energy they can use, and if they channel that into a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, we could be, as Americans, we could be competitive with China. As of right now, they're dominating the Bitcoin game. Let's not make any mistake about it. China has won the Bitcoin game unless America makes some major changes. But so back to my point about the IRS wanting this information from Coinbase. I mean, that information was already there when you signed up with Coinbase. You knew this kind of stuff was going to happen. Um, it's a matter of like, were you doing something illegal? Did you make a huge amount that's going to need to be taxed if Bitcoin goes up to millions? The value, I don't like putting Bitcoin value into USD value, but let's just say it reaches what is $1 million USD now. So a lot of people have won the 10 Bitcoin. I think that's the highest number of people. They have between 1 and 10 Bitcoins. There's obviously people that have a lot more than that, a lot more than that, and those people are smart to hold. I mean, maybe they're also smart to distribute that, some of them, to emerging markets to invest in, like Africa and the Bitcoin industry in India. The more investment that those companies get, the more chance Bitcoin has to succeed in these developing countries, which would be great. India has a huge population. The Bitcoin price in India is still over 900. I'm a little bit suspicious about that. And maybe not suspicious, but I feel like as Americans, we need to back. We're the ones bringing the Bitcoin price down. Everywhere else, the Bitcoin price is higher than America. I feel like we're the ones dragging it down with the news that the IRS and Coinbase. Of course, Americans are scared of that. And so it's creating fear in the Bitcoin world and negativity. Instead of looking at the bigger picture, the IRS is probably just looking to make some money. That's what they're here to do. And hopefully they use that money for the policies that we want as people, not for the military industrial complex and all these other industries bailing out like oil companies or anything like that. Hopefully they're using the money, of course, to pay their own salaries. They have to make a living, and so by regulating things and keeping things secure and safe, hopefully they're earning their fair share of that. And then, you know, like Donald Trump said, if you pay taxes, you're kind of an idiot, or something like that, to that effect. And that's because in the past, all the taxes have went to wars and things that we don't necessarily need. Bigger weaponry and more high-tech trillion-dollar jets. We didn't need these things. I mean, unless there is some kind of alien threat or something like that, then I guess we should develop our weaponry, but having bigger weaponry makes us bigger target. Living by the sword, die by the sword. The more weapons we have here on Earth, the more some warlike species may want to challenge us. Because if we're just easy to defeat, it wouldn't be fun for them. They like the thrill of battle, and maybe we do as humans too. Like the idea of war and giving our lives for some higher purpose. But I would like to see something else. I would like to see humanity move to more of like an enlightened state where positive energy is abundance, and there's more acceptance and openness to everybody and all the potential we have with technology. Maybe achieving immortality, being able to 3D print organs or extend your life, or to create an avatar that you want to live inside of. Who knows what technology is going to bring, and we need to keep the earth safe until then. That's perhaps why we have evolved so quickly in the quickest ways, because we needed to protect the earth from some existential threat. So we here, humans, as much as we're destroying earth, and maybe in the long term we're actually saving it. That's a positive thought. Probably not accurate, but who knows? Who knows what's really going on? Nobody knows what's really going on. Anybody that says they know what's going on doesn't really know what's going on. And that's all there is to it. That's it for day 1320 of the Bitcoin Globe. Have a great day.